Welcome to the Homeschool Counseling Network podcast, brought to you by the homeschoolcounselingnetwork.com, a website devoted to connecting homeschooling families with free resources in the areas of academic advising, counseling, testing, therapy, and tutoring to inspire, inform, and improve lives. In this podcast series, we chat with professionals in education, mental health, professional coaching, and therapy to help families on their home education journey. Disclaimer: while I am a licensed mental health professional, the content in this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered educational, medical, mental health, or therapy advice. This podcast is not intended to replace professional medical advice. The views expressed in this podcast may not be those of the host or the management. The presenter is simply presenting their views and welcomes any comments, suggestions, or correction of errors. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the Homeschool Counseling Network podcast. My name is Kimberly Bennett, and I am your host. I am a licensed professional counselor of over 20 years, and I have been a homeschooling mom for 5 of those years. In my pre-homeschool mommy life, I worked as a professional counselor in a variety of settings, from juvenile justice to psychiatric hospitals and public education, before finally launching my own private practice. In 2013, I closed my practice in Georgia to relocate to Texas with my husband and our 2-month-old son. Back then, homeschooling was not on my radar. Once we were settled in Texas, I assumed I would return to direct service, either by starting my practice again from scratch or by working for someone else. But those were my plans. It turns out the Lord had other plans for me. Plans for me to become a stay-at-home mom and eventually a homeschool mom. Plans for me to become a parent advocate by launching a free resource website for families who were also homeschooling children with learning differences. You can visit that website at itsonlyhomeschooling.com. Plans for me to turn my family's trials into triumphs by sharing our experience with others through writing blog posts and creating digital content to educate and encourage. Plans for me to cultivate community by connecting with other homeschool moms of faith, moms who also happen to be authors, in my Shelf Indulgence Book Chats podcast series. I am humbled to have met some of the most amazing people on this journey, fellow parents, fellow homeschoolers, and fellow fulfillers of the Great Commission. Since launching my first website, itsonlyhomeschooling.com, I continue to grow in my relationship with the Lord. Through walking in obedience, I am learning to surrender to whatever calling the Lord puts on my life. Community outreach is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. You may know this if you have listened to any of my Salt and Light Serve Spotlight podcast episodes. In that podcast series, I focus on individuals, businesses, and organizations alike who are doing their best to make their communities a better place by spreading salt and light. While I may not provide direct care anymore, once a helper, always a helper, I am humbled to be of service. It is this desire to help others that led me to found the Homeschool Counseling Network. Finding clinicians with the knowledge and understanding necessary to support homeschooling families through their professional practices and businesses can present a challenge. Through the Homeschool Counseling Network, I hope to help bridge this gap. Here's our mission, vision, and purpose. by creating a resource list, or in our case, multiple resource lists of homeschool-friendly, family-friendly providers. We aim to help ease the burden of seeking support services. It is our sincerest wish to offer comfort, encouragement, and support by connecting homeschooling families with providers who are equipped to help meet their counseling needs. And by counseling needs, I mean whatever needs you have in terms of academic advising, education, therapy, and more. So, what can you expect if you tune in to the Homeschool Counseling Network podcast? While HCN is not a direct service provider, it functions more as a liaison or concierge of sorts between homeschooling families and professional helpers. Our network has professional members in the areas of academic advising. If you're searching for career advising, or if you need help on making transcripts, life transitions, college transition, in the areas of counseling, that includes individual, marriage and family, therapy, mental health, psychology, psychiatry, and social work. Or perhaps in testing, if you think you may have a child who has learning differences, or a child who is twice exceptional. That means they might be gifted in one area while they also might have some challenges in other areas. I have a child who is 2E as well. You can seek out providers who are listed with our resource network, who can help you in assessing those learning differences, and then in turn give you recommendations for how to best make accommodations and modifications in your homeschool so that your child can succeed. I mean, why not? We accommodate and modify in our homeschools because we can. No IEP or 504 committee necessary. You can have that parent-teacher conference one-on-one with yourself. No red tape. What if you want an interest inventory to determine what your child may be interested in as far as what they might want to major in college, or whether or not they even want to go to college? This is not necessarily necessary. Or any other type of personality interest inventories. We have professionals listed for that. What if you need additional support in your homeschool? I am a parent of a child with learning differences and with sensory integration dysfunction differences. Our child has been in occupational and physical therapy since the age of 2, pretty much. What if you are looking for professionals who are homeschool family friendly? We have professionals listed on our website who can help you with those needs as well. Occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech language pathology, and also tutoring. What if you need a little help with math? Maybe need a little help with grading those essays or teaching your child how to write that college entrance essay. We have professionals listed there as well. And the Homeschool Counseling Network is all about community. Here, through our podcast and our interviews with professionals, we offer listeners an opportunity to garner insight into their homeschooling challenges and ways to gain support to meet their home education needs. How do we choose our topics and our guests? Well, that is where you, the HCN audience, come in. Consider our show one part virtual town hall and one part coffee chat. A place where you can pose your questions to a licensed mental health professional, an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, a psychologist, special education teacher, a play therapist, or even a professional life coach, and that's just to name a few. HCN also recognizes the power and comfort of having community. In support of this, we offer the Homeschool Counseling Network Resource Sharing Group, a public Facebook group where individuals, organizations, families, and professionals are welcome to openly share information and resources. Are you looking to learn from a particular specialist in one of these fields? Reach out and let us know. You can send us your questions or comments in our public Facebook group, or if you prefer something more private, you can submit them directly to me, CEO and founder of HCN, at Kimberly Bennett, lpc@outlook.com. With the Homeschool Counseling Network podcast, we are working to bridge the gap between professionals and homeschooling families. Are you searching for a professional in your area to help support your family on your homeschooling journey? Visit our website and look under the Parents tab, where you will find a subcategory, Find a Professional. Here you will find multiple lists of resource service providers organized by area, specialty, and 4 main categories: academic advising, counseling, testing, therapy, and tutoring. Providers are also categorized by state, populations served, and areas of expertise. Credentials and contact information are also included. Also on our website, you'll find a variety of digital media, including blog posts, vlog posts, free downloads, and a searchable free resource library covering a range of topics from Counseling 101 to Homeschooling 101 to education, therapy, and mental health, to name a few. Content is created by me, the host, Kimberly Bennett, and also some professional friends and fellow homeschooling parents that I have met along the way in my family's homeschooling journey. These guest contributors and experts are committed to offering encouragement and support. By collaborating with service providers and professionals in the community, strategic partners, donors, sponsors, and advertisers who share our vision and believe in our mission, we endeavor to provide free, quality resources to inspire, inform, and improve the lives of homeschooling families. Are you a professional interested in partnering with us? Visit our website at homeschoolcounselingnetwork.com and click on the Professionals tab. You can join our network and have your business or practice listed among our multiple resource lists for free. Are you a professional who also has a heart for service? Would you like to pour your knowledge into the homeschooling community? Consider contributing content to our free resource library. There are multiple opportunities to participate, including writing guest blog posts, recording guest blog posts, or sharing downloads or printables. Are you looking for a wider reach? Coming soon, HCN will offer paid advertising opportunities. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter at homeschoolcounselingnetwork.com to keep updated with all of our latest developments. Education is a journey that we are not meant to take alone. There is great comfort in community. Until we meet again, thanks for being part of our village.